Station 11 is a TV show about an influenza pandemic that came out in 2021 while we were all suffering from a real pandemic, and I'm going to tell you how I think they did. I'm Tira, I'm an immunologist, and I like to ruin the way TV shows and movies handle infectious diseases. Station 11 is based on the book by Emily St. John Mandel, and reading this book a couple years ago made me absolutely devour everything else she's ever written. The show does make some significant changes from the book, but that's not a criticism in this case, because I did like the show as much as I remember liking the book when I read it. In terms of the way the show handled influenza, that part is almost exactly the same as it is in the book. An influenza A pandemic takes over the world and wipes out 99.9% of everyone alive. Influenza A viruses are the common ones that are named after what H and N proteins they have on their surface, and only the avian ones, the bird flu viruses, have high enough mortality that they could cause a pandemic on the scale of what we see in this show. However, they don't transmit between people that well, which is basically all that saved us from a bird flu pandemic with 50% mortality up until this point. So far, humans have only caught it directly from birds. Just 5 mutations in avian influenza would allow it to be airborne, though, and that would be terrifying, because that would be like the second coming of the Black Death, which killed 50 to 60% of Europe in the space of 8 years. Except now it would be a lot faster because our world is better connected, and 50% mortality would be 4 billion people. Thankfully, we have modern science and vaccines now, but at no point do we as a society ever have 8 billion doses of any vaccine, let alone the ability to get everyone on the planet vaccinated within the space of a couple days. A full vaccine response takes up to 2 weeks to develop anyways. So if an avian influenza ever did acquire the mutations that would make it airborne between humans, humanity could be well and truly fucked, just like they were on this show. Let me know in the comments if you read Station 11 or watched the show and what you thought.